So I'm going to be here for a very short time because Aaron has actually spent a long time trying to get here, succeeded, and we want to give him as much time as possible and always have him back again. But I wanted to start just pointing out that we all exist within certain energy content. At UVM we have some distinct qualities that make our plants sort of turn out the way they do. Part of it's the population that we have, the culture that we have, but it's also where we sit. And here we are next to all that water. It has a lot of energy that it can store in that water. There's a lot of cold that we're not even taking advantage of there. We have, this plant is burning wood, and it's burning a lot more these days because the markets have changed. So it's burning wood and 25% efficient. There's a lot of heat that's just looking for a place to go here. And there are all these people here who want heat and cold both at the same time. We even have going into the same buildings at the same time, hot and cold energy to keep us going. A day like today, most people are not comfortable in their buildings, either too hot or too cold. So we've been grappling with this kind of thing on our campus. We have the other aspects of being right next to the city, which has its own climate action plan and its own energy situation, with Burlington having its municipally owned electric department. Quite a rare thing, really, in the United States, and most of our property within UVM is 90% or more is within Burlington Electric Department. So that means we're operating within Burlington Electric Department context for that part. For the remaining part, we're within Green Mountain Power.
Is that better?
Probably. For me, it is.
Is that too loud for guys? No.
So we have interesting challenges, excuse me, in operating in our place that are different from another university that direction, which would have, or actually that direction in the real world, that might not be paying 14 cents a kilowatt hour, but instead for mostly a pretty clean mix of electricity. Here, that's what we're paying. You're probably paying 18 cents. We talk about that. And people who are burning the coal that we might be also enjoying the emissions from are paying, 5, 6, 8 cents, something like that. So we have an interesting energy context. And what I wanted to do is just introduce one leading college that has managed to change people's thinking about that context. And first, I should tell you folks at UVM who haven't already seen it what our climate action plan looks like, just so you don't have to look at this again. But after that, I want to turn over to Aaron the introduction to the climate action plan that I would otherwise give, and let you ask him the questions about his college that we should be asking, we will be asking ourselves. And we have plenty of time for questions, and Richard can direct the conversation. So, see if I can make this work down this way. I'm not going to tell you about that, sorry. I'll tell you about this. So, how many people have seen this before? Okay, so not everybody. This is the university's climate action plan, and we've divided into 3 parts. Aaron will tell you what all about climate action plan is and why we are doing it this particular, what we have to do for our climate action plan. But we're addressing electricity, and that's this blue part, heating, thermal energy, and then all the other things that are typically measured in climate action plans. And typically measured means since 2008. We started measuring in 1998. And we did it we were the second university to do climate action plan using this, and so we have data for all this stuff. It's pretty good back to 1990, further than any other university I think that's got this published. So we've been talking about that part. What we hadn't been talking about, and we'd also been talking about the fleet, which is that. All our buses and vans and everything is that. That was our cows. The rest of this is air travel, commuting, and other things that society is going to ask us to incorporate into our footprint. So for putting together a plan, what we needed to do was to come up for a date by which we would have 0 emissions under, we'd be climate neutral, not just carbon neutral or energy-related carbon neutral, but climate neutral, involving these categories. Here's what we've got: 2015 for electricity, 2020 for heating, and then 2025 for everything else. So that's not going to happen with 100% renewable energy on campus. It won't. Unless we all want to go to using about 12% of the energy that we now use. We could do that with solar if we just want to turn most things off. Heat, well, we haven't really tried geothermal, but we still need energy to keep that moving. So we're going to end up having to talk about it in the curriculum because it connects to our mission, because we should be doing that anyway. But it also, excuse it, this is interesting.
Just try jiggling the mouse.
Nope, we didn't want to do that. But we also want to, we're going to have to talk about the market. And what Asa Hopkins said last week was, there really is no free market here, and it's a very rapidly changing market, so it's a mind-bending conversation that needs to have all disciplines involved to try to get a grip on what to do. So, I guess it's really time for me to stop.
Can you guys hear Gioia okay?
So that's about what I wanted to say, is that we're working on all these things at UVM. We have a climate action plan that's evolved to this point with a lot of activities. We'll talk about some more. This 2025 is a nice long way away, and we haven't defined our energy goals here. Green Mountain College has defined its energy goals and has made its date be a lot sooner. So I want to pass it over to Aaron to talk about what the bigger context is for Green Mountain, how this happened for them, and then where they are today. So on to you, and Jonathan.